Hello, good morning. So I got dressed, I made my bed, our bed, very exciting times. Yeah, like I said, got dressed, and Shayna is now over. And to those of you that don't know Shayna is my little sister, and she actually works with me on like a ton of random stuff. She's kind of like an assistant slash designer slash honestly kind of just like another clone of me, because when you do YouTube for a living, you kind of do anything and everything, and that's kind of what Shayna does. So currently I actually just made Shayna and I these like yogurt granola bowls. So I put in some unsweetened Greek yogurt with a little bit of honey, some vanilla granola, some raspberries, and unsweetened almond milk, and it made us each some little bowls. And Shayna is really good at sewing. She's taken some sewing classes. So I asked her help I bought like a bunch of pixie pants in the last like year and a half, but all of the hook and eyes have fallen off and I haven't gotten new hook and eyes. So she's taking a hook and eye off of my dress and sewing it onto my pants. Really random, but that's what she's doing right now, and eating her Greek yogurt. And then we're gonna work on a bunch of random stuff. Like the other thing you do when you're a YouTuber is you keep all of your receipts that have to do with anything with videos, because you like scan them and file them away for taxes, because it's technically like this is our business. So that's kind of what we have to do. So we're gonna go work on receipts. I am going to edit a video that's going up in a few days, which by the way, if you guys didn't see, I uploaded yesterday a like, I don't want to call it a regular video because this is a regular video, but like one of my more like edited videos. I did a cute holiday outfit ideas video that went up yesterday. So if you want to check that out, I will link that down below. And that was a really fun video to make. We went to a bunch of different locations, and I'm giving away a $100 Nordstrom gift card in that video. So if you want to enter that giveaway, it's kind of cool because all of the dresses in the video, like if you happen to want any of those dresses, all of them were under $100. Some of them like significantly under 100. So the 100 would like cover a fun holiday dress. So yeah, if you're curious, this is the granola that we're eating. I want to actually eat this before it gets soggy, and then I'll come back in a minute because I'm brewing us tea, and a lot of you guys have had questions about how I brew my tea, where I got my tea, and yeah. You have anything to say, Shayna?
Stay sweet.
Oh man, is the granola gross?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Mermaid hair.
Yes.
See you in a minute. All right, guys, so Instacart got here. We had some Instacart issues this morning.
I started putting the groceries away, and she's like, stop putting them away on the camera.
I have to vlog it. So I already put Costco away. Costco isn't that exciting though. I mean, like we didn't get crazy stuff. I got like grapes and eggs and yogurt and this super salad stuff and more grapes. We have an obscene amount of grapes, and their huge pack of romaine lettuce and a 6-pack of peppers because I want to do some stuffed peppers, and then like toilet paper. Now Whole Foods just got here and it's in this little baggie, and I got some cilantro. I got some spring onions. I got some more almond milk, which I actually realized I probably didn't need yet, but whatever. I got this ancient grain, soft, nutritious millet chia gluten-free bread. I got this Udi's gluten-free pepperoni pizza. And then I got some Udi's gluten-free everything inside bagels. I use these for obviously bagels because I have a bagel obsession, but also for sandwiches. Lemons. He found them for me. He called me because I didn't have something like some chocolate I ordered, but they didn't have, and he had them in dark chocolate. Okay, he got me my soy-free, palm-free peanut butter cups, but he found them in dark chocolate. I've never been able to find them in dark chocolate, and he got them for me. Yeah, I prefer dark chocolate to milk chocolate so much.
Now do you feel even worse for not tipping him?
We tipped him.
I'm kidding.
He thought that the guy hesitated at the end because he wanted like more of a tip, because you tip online when you check out. But I was like, dude, we already tipped him online. So that's cool though, because the Justin's peanut butter cups, the dark chocolate ones, have always been like my favorite, but they have soy in them, so I can't eat them anymore. So that I'm really excited to try.
FYI though, like if you tip them online, that counts as like a like a registered income and they have to pay taxes on that, but if you pay them cash, there's no taxes.
Oh,
That's
oops.
why they like cash.
Well, we didn't have any cash on us. Well, then I got some hint waters. I got crisp apple water for Danny.
We'll do
honeydew water.
That one, though, for sure.
Okay, I've never tried it. And then pear water. And then we got more of this Annie's organic honey Dijon mustard. Their mustard's really good. We needed some peppers, so we got some pepper. Some of my favorite Frontera salsa. Some organic cherry tomatoes. Some regular tomatoes. Some strawberries. Very good batch. And last but not least, these Alexia organic Yukon Select fries. So good. And I add a little chunky salt and like spray olive oil when I bake them. And they're just so good. So that's our grocery haul, guys. A lot of you guys have said you like seeing when we buy groceries. So if you want me to keep showing like when I do grocery trips or Instacart, just any form of groceries, let us know. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna leave a code down below. I don't even know how many cities Instacart is available in. We're not like sponsored by them or anything, but if you use that link, you get, I think, your first delivery free or something like that. So yeah, guys, look at how pretty it is in LA today. It's so pretty. That's all. I'm actually on my way. I'm at a red light, but I'm on my way to lunch right now with Lindsay, who I talked about yesterday. So I'm pretty excited because we're going to like a Mexican food place that's like Mexican food, but I guess they've got a lot of vegan options. And she called ahead. I called. I couldn't get anyone on the phone. I don't know how she did. But she called and they have a bunch of soy-free stuff. So that's the life of living in LA. They like cater to everything. So yeah, I don't even know how I would eat out anywhere if I lived anywhere else, because LA is super, like I said, they cater to people's dietary needs and it's still hard to eat out. So also, side note, my glasses really need to be cleaned. Like I'm looking through them and there's just like so many smudges. Okay, gotta go. Okay, so first off, I am here with my newfound friend, Lindsay. Yay!
Hi.
And we've already been talking quite a bit about how she's such a globetrotter. Very exciting times. And then I'm now causing commotion because, well, we have our chips and we have our guac and we have our salsa, and I'm really excited to eat it. This is dedication that I'm even vlogging right now rather than eating. But they're all really concerned about my soy allergy, and it's really nice for a restaurant to care so much. They're on it, huh?
Very on it.
Very on it.
3 people I think have come by and been like,
do you need anything?
Right. We know about your soy allergy. We're prepared. We've notified the staff.
Yes, exactly.
It's like a full...
That's literally what it's been.
Yes.
It's very,
impressive.
exciting and impressive to me because it's not usually like that at restaurants. So I'm gonna eat, we'll show you our food, and that's it. All right, so I just got a green juice. Very exciting, and I have to give an update because we ordered guacamole and salsa and chips, and how good is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Good. It is the best guacamole I think I've ever had.
It's so good, huh? And the salsas are amazing. Like I took a bite of everything right away, and I was like, it's all so good. She's like, you already tried it? I was like, yeah, I tried all of it, and it's all amazing. So this place is good, man. So I'm really excited to get our food. I'll show you what we get. And the whole place is vegan, and I didn't realize that. So very exciting times. I'm gonna drink my green juice, keep chatting, hanging out. Oh, can I tell them that you produced that show?
Yeah.
Guys, I think you've heard me talk about this before. If you're into acting or filmmaking or anything entertainment, there's a show on YouTube. I don't know if it's on their website, but it's on both. But I watch it on YouTube, and it's the Hollywood Reporter Roundtable series. I've told the girls and just like that about it so much, and I feel like I've said it in a video, but I'm not sure. But you have to look it up. It's where they do like a bunch of like one type of job in a circle, like a round table of directors, like a round table of composers or actresses, and they talk for like 45 minutes about industry stuff, and it's really awesome and insightful. And I just found out that Lindsay produces that show. Literally, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about all day now. Like, I don't even think you understand. Like, when she said it, I was like, what? So you have to look that up if you're into all that, because the show is just done so well. And because she did one of the shows with George Clooney, she got kissed by George Clooney on the cheek. Yeah. And she's not washing that side of her face anymore. So, all right, I'm gonna go. Hopefully I haven't had salsa all over my face whilst talking, and I'll see you soon. Oh my gosh, that bowl looks incredible.
This is the bowl.
The bowl! Are you really excited?
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited for you. And then these flantas, which I've never had flantas, very exciting times. They look amazing. So, all right, I'm gonna go now, but I just wanted to show you guys. And like, I already highly recommend this restaurant. So what is this place called again?
Gracias Madre.
Gracias Madre. Gracias Madre. That wasn't right, but kind of. Okay, I'll see you later.
Bowser, that's my bed. What are you doing on my bed? Yeah, it's basically his bed. He's on it all the time. So, yesterday, Nikki was answering some questions in the comment section, and I want to answer some now.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like you're like, I want to answer some questions now.
Okay. First question. Is that a shock collar on Bowser? Yes, it is. Let me show you. Let me take this off. So I know everyone thinks that shock collars are inhumane, and I guess they are, but this one is a humane one. It's very weak. It has a very weak shock collar. And the reason why I got it is because we left one night, we didn't get home till about 1 in the morning, and there was a note in our doorstep, and it said, like, please train your dog not to bark. It's 11:45 and your dog has been barking all night. So I don't want to get kicked out, or you know, I don't want to be told to get rid of Bowser because our neighbors are complaining too much. So I got this, and it has stopped him from barking, and I'll even do it on myself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, I know he doesn't like it, but it's like, I can literally do it on my own neck and not even flinch. So I had a beagle a long time ago, and she would bark so much, and we had a shock collar on her, and this shock collar, like, you would never want to do it on your own neck, like just your fingertips, and it would jolt your arm back. And this is nothing like that, but it definitely works. And what it does is it gives him a little thing in the neck, and yeah, I can feel it, but it doesn't hurt. And it also beeps, and I guess those two things combined really annoys him, and it stops him from barking. And I'm really glad, because I don't want to shock him. I've seen pictures on the internet. Oh, you're so cute. I've seen pictures on the internet of dogs that have worn shock collars, and they're like bleeding and stuff, and it's never gonna happen with that. All right, next question. Where did I get my simulator from? Well, I basically had to assemble this thing. There's lots of different companies that sell different components, but I got the screens at Best Buy. I got this whole mounting system off the internet, and this is the company that makes it. There's like a ton of different chairs. The reason why I went with this one is because just the way it's constructed, it's like super rigid, and there's like no movement because you're jerking on the steering wheel, and other cockpits there's like movement in it, and you definitely don't want that. So this one is like super rigid, and it has a 3-screen mount, so that's like a necessity. And it has this swivel keyboard mount, so you can sit in it and you've got your keyboard. Yeah, it's like, it's movable. You can move it out of the way. You can put it right in front of you when you need it. It's excellent. I got the computer off some random website. I just told them to give me what I needed to run the simulator. Let's see. The steering wheel, this detaches from this. There's pedals down there, and then there's the shifter. That all came from one brand, and oh my goodness. So I've been waiting for this package for over 3 months now, and it's these things called butt kickers, and what they do is they vibrate, and I got 4 of them, and I made these plates down here, one on each side in the back, and then one over here in the front, and I'm going to get those, drill them, mount the butt kickers on them, and then I'm going to get this software that works with the simulator and vibrates the whole thing. If I get bumped from the back will jolt, but meanwhile the whole thing will be vibrating with the RPMs of the engine and all that. It just makes everything more realistic and fun. I'm finally getting those tomorrow too. I'm really excited. What shampoo do we use for Bowser? We have recently just been using our own personal shampoo, and it seems to be working better than regular dog shampoo. They smell better, and it's already there, so that's what we've been using. When are Nikki's cups coming out? They're gonna come out when they come out. I don't think they're gonna be ready for Christmas. That was the plan, but Nikki is going to release them when she's happy with the final product. So everyone who buys it will be happy as well.
Hopefully.
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 Oh yeah, one last question. Someone asked, I remember Nikki bought a cake pop maker last year.
That.
Yeah, for real.
You're lying.
Was there a video where Nikki actually made the cake pops? Let me show you.
You're lying.
Here's the kitchen. Here's the cupboard. There it is, still in the box 1 year later. So no.
Hi puppies. Hi baby angels. Yes. No, Zoe. Well, I just got back from yoga. I tried to vlog outside of my yoga studio, but then I realized that I left the vlog camera at home, so oops, fail. But yeah, yoga was good tonight. I feel like every time I take yoga, I always leave class feeling like this was the hardest yoga class I've ever taken, like every time. And I don't know, I feel like I haven't mentioned to you guys or in any other vlogs, like anything about my like newfound semi-yoga obsession. I can't call it a yoga obsession, but like, Bowser, stop trying to eat the Christmas tree. No, bad boy. Bad. He keeps trying to eat the Christmas tree and it's driving me crazy. Let's put that back up. There we go. Oh no, I'm knocking that off. Anyways, I wouldn't call it a yoga obsession, but I'm definitely like a big fan of yoga now. It's like a love-hate thing. And what I mean by that is I love how I feel after I do yoga. And sometimes I love it during, sometimes. But it's not like dancing. It's not something I do that I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. Like, I love to dance. You know, yoga just feels good on my body. And I notice that, like, I'm getting more toned with, like, less hours put in. And yoga I really started doing because the specialist that I've been seeing for, like, my genetic illness, I don't know why I put quotes around it because that's what it is, but it's just weird, that my sister and I have, told me that I needed to start sweating more, and she said that yoga was a great way to sweat, and she's like a big proponent of yoga. So I started taking it. I have never sweat more in my life doing anything like I have yoga. I mean, I'm talking like kickboxing classes, spin classes, dance classes. I sweat more during yoga than I have ever sweat doing any of that. It is absolutely insane. And some guy at the Tone It Up Fitness Retreat, he actually told me that the reason you sweat so much is because you get in these weird twisty positions where it's literally like it's wringing out your organs. Like your organs are being twisted like a sponge and you're just like dumping sweat everywhere. It's actually probably pretty gross that I'm on this couch right now and I haven't showered yet. That actually is probably pretty gross. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of amazing and kind of horrible at the same time. And if you've never done yoga and you try it and you hate it, just know that like what you hate about it is actually good. Like you have to push through it. I hated yoga for the longest time and I kept saying, oh, I want to like yoga and I can't. And then I found out that that uncomfortable feeling is actually what you're supposed to feel because it's just kind of uncomfortable, but afterwards you feel so great because you sweat so much and you're so stretched and all of that stuff. So also to answer people, I've had so many questions about like what is actually wrong with me, and I'm going to try my best to answer this question. I am not a doctor or a homeopathic doctor or a nutritionist or health expert in any way, shape, or form. So I will probably be explaining it in really layman's terms that will probably still leave you confused. But I've had so many questions, I have to answer it. So basically, the gist of what has gone on in my life that you have probably heard already is that my sister and I have had a lot of weird health issues. Mine have consisted of stomach issues ranging from nausea to sharp pains to extreme bloating, all of that, and then joint issues. like deep, not only like dislocating my knee and I had a hip surgery, and I've dislocated my shoulders, but also for the longest time at night, Dan had to take his elbows and dig them into my hips and rub them for about 20 minutes on each side. And it was this unbearable, like the way I would describe it to him, partially because it would come accompanied with this pain and partially just because that's the only way I could explain it, is like if you've ever had a seed stuck in between your teeth, like, and it's squeezing against your gums and it's like this tight, squeezy, inflamed, uncomfortable feeling. That's what it would feel like in my hips, but I would also feel that feeling in my mouth, like all in my mouth. So I guess I found out from this doctor, I mean, the reason I felt that way was because I had a lot of inflammation. So the doctor that I'm seeing right now, a lot of you guys have said like, what kind of doctor is she? Is she a doctor? She is not like a standard Western medicine medical doctor. My sister and I had been going to a lot of standard Western medicine medical doctors, and there may be someone from the traditional Western medical system that could have helped us. But when we had been going to them, sorry, I feel like I have hair in my face. We couldn't find anyone that helped. We went to UCLA, so we obviously went outside of our HMO because, to those of you that know what Kaiser is, we have Kaiser. And we had gone through the whole system at Kaiser. No one could figure it out. We were told by a couple people we were maybe making it up, or that we would just have to take pain management classes and live with it the rest of our lives. Bowser, stop eating the Christmas tree. No, bad boy. And there was nothing they could do for us. So we went outside of our HMO to UCLA, nothing to be done there. And this doctor we actually found because my mom had a friend whose son gained about 80 pounds within a year, was having seizures all the time. And he ended up going to this doctor who's like, she's a nutritionist and a homeopath and based out of the Disney Cancer Ward in Burbank. And when he went to her, she said, you need to go back and you need to be tested for these 3 viruses. They're viruses that everybody has running through them, kind of like how you get the chicken pox and then you develop an immunity. And she's like, I think you have such a low grade of this virus that your body is not immune to, and it's still fighting, but it's so low and it's manifesting itself so differently. I don't think your doctors are catching it. So go back to your doctor, have them run these tests. So he had the tests run, and sure enough, he actually did have that one of the viruses, and it had manifested itself by like brain seizures. Like it was in his brain and he was having seizures. So she ended up treating that virus, and within like, I don't even know how long, he dropped all of the weight. He stopped having brain seizures. Like he's able to go back to school. He's in school for his master's program. So obviously my mom was like, we got to see this doctor. So we started going to her, and basically what she has said is that my sister and I have a genetic illness, which this makes me really happy that we found her, because I had kind of gotten to the point before going to this doctor that I just kind of decided like, well, whatever, I guess this is just what I'm going to be like dealing with for the rest of my life. I'm recording, right? God, that would have sucked if I had just been going on this long rant and I wasn't even recording. I just thought, well, like, this is just what I'm going to have to deal with the rest of my life. Like, you know, it is what it is. But apparently with this genetic illness, there is no like, it is what it is. It would have just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I couldn't just like deal with it and move on. It had to be treated or it would develop worse. And there isn't a name for it. And actually a lot of people, if you've dealt with things like weird illnesses, like autoimmune illnesses, or I don't even know, other things, I think a lot of doctors are starting to realize that there's things that people have that could sometimes even just be their own thing, or a very small population can have it. And I have my friend Michaela, I mean, her doctor straight up told her that. My doctor told her that. My friend Michaela, I referenced her and I didn't say why. She has a working diagnosis of Behçet's, which is an autoimmune illness. And so yeah, both of our doctors have said like sometimes you can develop something that literally no one else has because the human body is so complex and crazy is not the right word, that it can just morph into its own thing. So there isn't really a name, at least from what she's told me. She said that basically your body has pathways that it uses, if I'm explaining this right, to expel toxins, to deliver nutrients. It's like a delivery system. And my sister and I are completely missing one of them. Like one of them just does not exist in us. And then I guess basically because of that, and I guess the pressure it's put on like other pathways, if I'm explaining this right, we're only absorbing like 30% of the nutrients in the food that we're eating, which makes so much sense because I've always eaten so well and I've always wondered why I haven't seen more benefits of how well I've always eaten. Like you guys see it, I eat some junk food, but I am not like, I don't consume a lot of alcohol. I don't consume a lot of sugar. I eat a lot of produce. I'm not like an out of control eater. I work out. So there's that. And because of that, when I went in, I had some tests run and she said that basically I had a high overload of like bad bacteria in my body, which is why I kept getting sick. And my whole body was just really, really inflamed on a cellular level. Apparently on the test for inflammation, I tested at like 2,700. These numbers don't mean anything to me because I'm not a doctor, but she said that, or no, the average number of the inflammation, like a level that would be average or whatever, is like 2,700, and I tested at 33,000. And then for the bacteria load, an average number would be like around, same thing, like 2,700, 3,000, and I tested at 28,000, or maybe it was like 27,000. So like literally like 10 times higher than where I should have been sitting. So it's kind of crazy because even though I definitely am still dealing with stuff since I have started going to Haley, because she took me off wheat, she took me off soy. Originally I was off rice, but I'm allowed to have rice again. And I may eventually be able to eat wheat again one day, but she said right now it's causing way too much inflammation and we have to take that off of me, like the load off my system. She took me off regular deodorant because she said I needed to sweat more to get stuff out of my body. She has me on like a homeopathic regimen, a probiotic regimen. I did a cleanse, like a 10-day cleanse when I started going to her. And it's crazy because even though I am definitely still dealing with certain things, the biggest thing that has changed since I've started going to her is I don't have that extreme, deep, like inflamed feeling anymore. I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. Every single night, Dan would have to sit there with his elbow on each side for like 10 minutes. It was crazy. And sometimes we would have to do it multiple times a night. And when I accidentally had wheat, well, it wasn't accidentally, it was a long story. It was when I was on that boat, maybe, I don't know if you guys remember that, I went sailing. It was on my vlog channel. And I got really seasick and they didn't tell us we were gonna be out like all day. So I didn't bring food, I just brought snacks. And they were like, you need to eat something because that's why you're seasick. So they gave me some bread and it was the first bread I had had in months, like regular bread. And the next day, I had that deep feeling in my hips again and I forgot. That was the first time I was like, oh my gosh, I have not had this feeling since I've been going to Haley. Like I realized how much I had improved when that happened. So, whoa, I'm a blabbermouth. I can seriously talk and talk and talk and I feel bad for you guys and I hope this wasn't driving you crazy. And maybe I already said all of this. I'm not quite sure, but I just feel like I get asked that a lot. So I wanted to address it. So I'm going to finally go be oh my gosh, it's been 11 minutes that I've been talking. That is insane. So I'm gonna go shower now. Huh, McTrousen? He does not care. Huh, Zoe? So yeah, I might see you later. I'm assuming I'll see you later. So yeah.